my time today looking at the things you
I
showed me
just
today.
pulled mine out of my
Well,
bag,
don't,
my packet from last month.
Wendell Hutchinson,
Oh,
personally, very nice. But you'll see in the meeting minutes, he is suggesting that we get with an electrical engineer first.
okay.
Because right now, all the quotes that are gonna come in, he's like, are not gonna be apples to apples. Unless we have specific specs.
So what's your thoughts on that?
Thank you. Okay, I'd like to call the March meeting of the White Lake Library Board of Trustees to order at, what does it say, 6:46?
47, yeah.
All right. So we'll call that to order and we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance to start things off. And we have the flags today. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay.
Here. President Jennifer Schultz,
Here.
Vice President Eric Shotwell, Treasurer Gwendolyn Newton,
Present.
Secretary Carrie Francis, present. Trustee Becky Knapp, absent excused. Trustee William Lonsberry,
Present.
Director April Stevenson, and Assistant Director Amy Rosen are also in attendance.
Okay. Could I get someone to approve the agenda?
I'll move to approve the agenda as presented. I'll second.
Favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, that is 4 yes votes. We don't have any public right now. So moving on, we don't have presentations either, right? Okay, could I get someone to make a motion to approve the minutes?
The correction, please.
Okay.
On the second page, it says the report for the policy committee was presented by Eric Shotwell and placed on file. I was not here.
Thank you for catching that. Eric.
No problem.
Other correction on the first page,
Okay, goodness.
approval of agenda. I spell my name with E-double-R-Y.
Oh, sorry, that was probably
You're
auto.
okay. I checked the rest of them. You're good.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as amended.
I'll second that.
Thank you.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
We've got 4 yes votes. Moving on to officer reports. Don't have anything special for the president.
Nothing here today.
Then for the vice president, secretary,
I have nothing to report this time.
okay, and that brings us to you, Gwen.
I just want to call out something really quickly on the, a couple things. What page am I gonna show you? If you look at page 1 of 3 of the statement of government revenues and expenditures. So in your packet, it's gonna be 1, 2, the back of the third page. And it's for February 2026. And I just want to point out, income, category 6720.01 is public donations. And that dollar amount was what we received from, a very generous donation as part of the estate from Catherine White.
That's the IRA.
It's the IRA from Catherine Van Hoy. Okay, so I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention that that's, we've put it in account now and it's gonna be available for us.
What line is that?
It's, on the statement of government revenues and expenditures, if you go down, to, it says, total for 672.01 public donations.
Okay.
Okay, So it was a very generous donation and we're very, very grateful to Catherine for thinking of the library. The other thing a couple of things I want to do, one, if anybody has any questions about the current balance sheet, let me know. Most of our revenue is in on, for our tax revenue for the year. April, I don't remember how much was left. It's a very small amount is left.
Yeah,
It's
about
coming-
50,000, and you just been getting that any day. I know they just finished up doing the, going through like when people challenge the taxes, finalizing all of that, so.
So we should have that before May, right?
Should be in March.
Okay. And then, I want to make a motion to just approve the February bills as presented for payment.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and then, outside the finance committee, in the finance committee, and I'll go over some of that, but we have two, if you look at the CDs, we have two CDs to review for May. And I want to make a couple motions, what we're gonna do with those May CDs. So we have one, I'm gonna apologize. If you look at our investment summary, Flagstar, we have two CDRs that are coming due. We'd already made the decision that those are going back into the checking account. And those were 3-month CDs. But there's a Flagstar that was a 9-month that is coming due at the end of May. And I'm going to make a motion on what we're gonna do, what we're recommending doing with that money. And then the other one is the JP Morgan Chase CD, which is at 9 months. So I just wanted to bring to everybody's attention what our investment summary looks like right now, you know, this time of year. And then the Charles Schwab IRA is at the bottom of that. Okay, and that number is not accurate. That was at the end of March. Okay, so the statement that the numbers that I showed you, it's a little bit more than that at this time. Okay, so for the Chase CD, it's $128,955. And I'm making a motion to roll over the entire amount of the Chase CD that's maturing on 5/12/26 for up to 12 months, depending on the best interest rate at the time.
One second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, 4 yes, Carrie. Did you?
I said aye.
Okay, you're very quiet.
And the other CD that's coming due in May is for Flagstar. And I'm making a motion to reinvest the entire amount of the Flagstar CD maturing on 5/29. And add, this is the caveat, up to $15,000 from the Flagstar savings account for up to 12 months, depending on interest rates. We have about 17,000 in our savings account right now, sitting in Flagstar, and it's not doing anything. So I'd like to move 15,000 of that over. And it's in their balance right now is like 224. So I think it's gonna that new CD is gonna be right around $240,000.
So if I'm understanding you right, that when this CD matures and you roll over, you're gonna roll over the savings account in that bank also.
We're not gonna roll over the entire.
You're gonna put it in.
Yeah, we're gonna take 15,000 out of that and add it to that new
And you
CD.
said what, 17,000 is what's in there now?
It's about 17,000 that's
Okay.
in there right now. So when we were doing the calculations on it, it'll come to about 240,000 for that CD. So do I need to restate my,
I don't think so.
okay,
I think if it was an issue, you thought there was an issue to restate it, I would restate it that you're gonna move $15,000 into it when, at the
we
time of
did,
rollover.
yeah.
I mean, it makes the same,
Yes,
either way.
Okay, I'll second the motion.
Okay,
thank you.
and all in favor?
Aye.
And that's it for that, surface reports.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't have a voice today, so.
It's yours, okay.
Great.
Record report.
Good news also, we received the first half of state aid, so yay,
Yay.
I'd like to do an admin office there. We did, have the opportunity, along with Oakland County, to do practice with staff and public, our tornado drill, which is done. Thank you for William, who, met with Hutchinson Electric along with myself, to assist with the, investigation on the generator. So appreciate that. Services have done some great training and webinars, great professional development that Kim is always encourages with her staff. Social media statistics were on the rise again, so engagement rate is up, and I know that there are some plans. They've been doing some staff been doing some fun things with social media, and they're going to be doing some more. Library app statistics are looking really good. We've got 3 5-star Google reviews this month. So huge thank you to staff for that. It's their work and how we shine that gives us both. Record connections, normal schedule for meeting. I did attend is a district library, your next chapter. Honestly, I really was not, it was a panel discussion and I really felt like none of what they were talking about really applied to our particular situation. So I really did not find it useful. I do have notes if you are interested in those. Facilities, all the repair, all the damage is repaired from that large January leak. Thank you to David. And he also cleaned the carpet in the front vestibule out here twice it took to remove all the salt that was used this year. It was crazy. The inner vestibule, we had some trouble with the inner vestibule door, so it's the second one when you're coming in. It was not locking properly, and the handicapped accessible opener was also malfunctioning. So we had a vendor out to repair the accessibility portion of that. And we need the Everon to come out to correct a loose connection. So now it is locking, and that's great. And I'm very happy it was the inner one and not the outer one. So, and Goyette has confirmed in writing that they are going to replace the pipe coverings with the correct color on their next preventative maintenance visit, which will be in about a month.
Okay. Very good.
I still have not sent the check out though, despite that, so.
Okay, yeah, I would wait until they do it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The Friends have identified the winner of their scholarship. I will hear more about that at the next exec board meeting, so that's their first time doing that. They had a fabulous March 4th and bake sale.
Those are great numbers.
It may be a record breaker, I'm not sure, but it's pretty close, and that does not include memberships, so.
That is a great number.
They are phenomenal.
They've been on a roll with breaking records.
Yeah, they are
Kidding.
phenomenal. Just amazing group of people.
Fabulous, fabulous.
Information services staff have been busy with outreach, so some great outreach this month. Congrats to Faith, who has received a Michigan Library Association scholarship to attend the Youth Services Spring Institute Conference.
Nice.
Very nice.
She's doing a great job. Really want to thank our spirit committee. So this is just for our staff, and you know, it's been a tough winter, it's been cold and lots of things going on, but the staff spirit committee has really, they've done a great job, and they just kind of make things fun, including just a recent St. Patrick's Day scavenger hunt. And they really get into it. So big thank you to them for making it things like. We have received donations from both MGR Movie Theater and Zap Zone for some of the movie prizes, so please get your kids signed up. And some, along with Kim, some wonderful anniversaries this month. So 2 1-year anniversaries, Donovan and Susan Alexander. Mallory hit that 5-year mark.
5 years.
And our wonderful assistant director has been with us 27.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you. Yay.
Congratulations to them. A little bit with some of our technology has been worked on. We have our new firewall and switches. Things are running smoothly. And again, teamwork. It's that teamwork that makes the dream work.
So that's great. So they were able to do those switches before hours. Fabulous.
How long was the power out?
They were here at 7 a.m. and it was up before. You mean the power or the internet?
The
Power. We have a power outage?
It was just a glitch. I mean, literally up.
Oh, okay.
It just says a Verizon outage.
Yeah. Oh, that wasn't that what didn't affect us that for that long. Do you remember?
Verizon was out about 5 hours in the area, but,
It
one
wasn't
glitch, I was
changed.
on the phone with. We were on the phone with, Everon for maybe 25 minutes.
They were able to get it right back going.
Okay.
So, yeah, really fast. Okay, stats, not much to report on stats. What was interesting, I would say, although circulation. New cards were down, but yet they were the highest February in 5 years. Door count was up a bit. Public computer usage was up a bit. And our reference button, so we had people here asking questions, even though they didn't check much out. So, overdrive and food level down just a tad, huge jump in canopy. Obviously, it's the
Oh.
the mountain.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. And so that's pulling, from hoopla. So canopy, which it should be, we're gonna be taking hoopla.
Well, it's so much easier to use.
Yeah,
I've gotta revisit that, cause I
Oh,
started it and then
I like a lot of foreign films and there's a lot of foreign films. And they're fabulous. You know, they're usually ones that have, won Cannes Film Festival and stuff, so to be able to go out there and use Canopy instead of Hoopla, I just think that it's a huge improvement. So, thank you. Do we
So is
have
this
a-
normal? Is this normal on the newsletter?
8%.
Yeah, just the fact that about half and half.
And the resend, get that extra percentage.
Okay, so are we gonna continue with Hoopla as well?
See how it goes,
Okay,
yeah. We'd like to move as many people to overdrive and to canopy, there's just more options there.
mm-hmm.
So we'll see,
he was supposed to be with this as well.
it's a little challenging, yeah, I think we can do better. We'll see how.
And then the other question I have about new services, like the ancestry we decided to implement. Can you tell how many people actually use it?
Yeah, we're collecting staff, so if that's something you wanna see in addition.
No, I just want to know how it's going.
Yeah. Get that one to the-
You know, are people using it? And, okay,
And we have our genealogy workshop that's gonna be coming up in the fall.
fabulous. Okay. We just want to make sure people are using what we decided we're going to invest in, right?
Yes.
Hmm?
Okay, thank you, I guess. Now we've got our committee report. William, are you gonna do building committee or?
I mean, yeah, are we ready?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What?
Okay, sure. So building committee met on Monday, March 9th, at 3 PM. Thanks, everybody, for accommodating my
Is that our
time.
new time?
Pardon me?
Is that gonna be our new time? Or are we gonna?
No, we're at 4.
We're gonna
I
do
think
4.
we're at 4.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
I couldn't tell from my chicken scratch what we had decided. So-
Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna be at 4 typically.
Okay,
So, but either way, I appreciate that, the early bump on that one. So anyway, reconstruction, as April mentioned earlier, from the leak is complete. I actually worked a little bit with Goyette since I happened to be here that day.
That one's.
And, yeah, we had the plans out for the, Hutchinson Electric to look at. And it was quite interesting because he needed to look at the plans and I helped him find where he could find, because, I know how it is when you gotta search for a part.
Mhm.
It's not really easy sometimes. So basically he ended up calling the architect.
okay.
It was good timing. that
Yeah,
we had.
it really was. So, then, okay, so as we mentioned earlier, that Hutchison was out to review the plans, did a walkthrough. April and I discussed generator and the recent quote that we had with multiple options. Since then, Wendell Hutchison has gotten back and suggested that we get with the original electrical engineer so that we can set up the criteria of what this generator should do. And, he's willing to help and be a liaison in that conversation if we need to.
Right,
So we'll have to explore the, hiring of an electrical engineer to do that. Painting the building, 3 quotes have been procured and we shared the information back to the committee. Parking lot seal coating. We have the procured 3 quotes. And the committee would like the board to review and approve one of them. And I'll just go through this and we can go back. Are we gonna do this right here? Or we're gonna wait? We'll wait. Okay, thanks. Okay, the youth information desk wall, the shelving. I'll skip the carpet and the furniture. We're gonna hold off right now on any more talk until we figure out the painting. And then with the youth information desk wall, shelving hanging system. Basically talked whether or not we were going to look at the cost of paying somebody to produce a design. So I definitely think that if we own it, we should,
Mhm.
if we own the design, we should pay for it. But then we shouldn't be held to that company that if we're paying for it, it's ours at that point, and we shouldn't have to go with that company if we decide not to. But that's not an option or an issue at this point that I know of. The library design is going to provide a new proposal for the design work and we will own the designs. April met with the window tinting company. I'm glad to see that you have some samples. We discussed the particle design and so we received the original blueprints you have now.
Those are the ones I showed, the schematics.
Yes. So, and so that was that. The next building committee meeting is on April 13th. PM, but I think we're early gonna meet at 4, right?
I will check my phone.
Whatever's on the calendar is good, because I verified that. So,
Just let me know, I'll be there.
maybe that's why you asked.
That's why I asked.
Okay. Sorry about that.
I didn't want to say, hey, the minutes might not be right. I just wondered if other people had written down.
Sometimes I have a commitment on that
Yeah.
Monday, not always, but sometimes I have a commitment. So.
That's okay. I kind of just write 3 to 5.
Yeah.
Then I know I'm open.
Cover your
And
bases.
that's
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Okay. William, did you see the second set of footings?
I'm sorry.
Did you see?
No, but you know what? If it's still light out,
Uh-huh.
I did not. I forgot to
You're right.
look.
No, they're right there.
I believe you. I just,
Driveways.
Right.
I've never noticed them, you know, I noticed the 2 benches, right? I call them
Yeah.
benches. I noticed those, but I never really noticed the other ones.
Yeah.
They're kind of hidden a little bit because of the island. There would be there'd be an island separating the drive from the parking lot
That's where they are.
on the one, right? That's what they are.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. They can't be in the parking lot.
When you look at them, you'll know that's.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it will.
Thank you, William.
You want,
Gwen, are you gonna do finance?
I'm gonna do finance without Becky being here. So our meeting was Wednesday, March 18th. One of our items that we discussed was the inherited IRA. We opened up the organizational beneficiary account with Schwab. We were hoping that we could have that open for multiple deposits, you know, from people, but we can't. It has to go. It's 1-to-1. So every time you know, we have a generous patron that gives us money through a IRA, we have to open a new account for that. So we don't have to make any, we're not going to make any decisions today, but I wanted people to think about this. The lady that donated this money to us, she was very, very much involved in our youth department. And so the finance committee, we think we need to not hold this money in that Schwab fund, because our finance and our investment policies really don't call for us to be in a fund like that. That we really should be just in CDs. We shouldn't be in anything that's like
Mutual funds.
mutual funds. Well, our sweep account is a mutual fund, but you know, but that's a little bit different because it's through the bank. This is not, and so our investment policy calls for us not to have these kind of investments. So we really need to decide to cash it out. So we'll probably bring that to next month and what we want to do with it. But we're thinking about just depositing it into the Flagstar account. But we wanted people to be able to have an opportunity to talk about that outside the finance committee. And what we would like to do is we would like to earmark this and actually do a fund balance assignment that this money would be used directly in the youth department only. And so there's a couple of different things that are, programs that are going on there. Our youth director has some ideas of things that she would like to do, and she actually brought it up before she knew we were going to have this generous donation, and she said, oh, if we ever get the money, I'd like to do this. If we ever get the money, I'd like to do that. And, and then a month later, we have this nice donation, right? So, and I just think that whatever we do also needs to, with that money, I'd like to see it go, and the other finance committee people would like to see it go to the youth department, but we would, obviously, the board would have input on what that, whatever we do with this money is and how it's used in the youth department. And however that's used, we'd like to have Catherine's name associated to it so that people realize that it was from a generous donation from a patron. Okay. So, we'll talk about it again in our next meeting. And so, but, in our next meeting, we'll probably put a motion forward to move it to the Flag Star Fund. Okay. But I think the finance committee wants to have another meeting on it.
Will we have to make it a line item for it?
There is already a line item,
Oh, there is.
that the public donations is the line item.
We wouldn't need any clarification.
No, I don't think so. And Joe didn't say that we did, but, we don't want it just to sit there in that account.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then the audit's coming up. And so all the materials been, all request materials been provided by the library administration. I think we signed documentation for it.
We did banks. That's.
Yeah,
what
I
all
did.
this
Okay, right. And then we're waiting on the final items to be sent to the auditor by the accountant. And then we're also waiting for the auditor to tell us when she's coming.
And I did just receive word that Joe has sent all of his stuff.
Okay,
So it shouldn't be much.
okay.
longer.
So, they're usually supposed to be here in March and April, and we'll probably see her in May. So, okay, so, hopefully the audit goes very well this year. Our budget's on target, and, then, we talked about all these different cash accounts, and we're gonna come back. There's a few other cash accounts that we're gonna, that are with the, different, banks that we're gonna come back and say, okay, as this CD at that bank is coming due, we wanna roll that money over. Instead of, they're sitting in savings accounts, and it's not a lot of money, but it's enough that, we shouldn't be just letting it go interest-free, because savings accounts, there's no interest on. And then we met with the attorney on a Zoom call about the millage verbiage options, and then we asked Ann for a basic millage renewal resolution. And so we're gonna discuss that today. And then we worked on the naming rights policy. We're looking at what the cost should be for each donation. And we're going through that list before it goes over to policy. And what we're doing in that list is, how are we looking at things like, we reviewed the furniture for the adult area, and we suggesting hanging one large plaque per area, to accommodate multiple donations. Because now, like if you're in the children's section, a table is donated and chairs are donated. But if you go over to the adult section, it's just like one big area. So anyways, we're gonna recommend to the board that that we just have a large plaque to accommodate multiple donations for that furniture in the adult.
Okay,
So
not that, I don't recall us taking any donations for adult furniture. Are you saying in
Yes.
the future?
they're Flag Star donated.
There is
There's
a
a sign over there already.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Flag Star
I
donated.
remember there was a
And
lot of donations on the
yeah.
study rooms, but I didn't remember furniture.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, that's fine. I
Okay,
would suggest,
but we're-
when you say a plaque, it'd be like, I'm thinking something that's acrylic that we put vinyl on.
I think a larger
That's-
version of what we had, of the small one.
Okay.
Just have, since Joe did the original.
Yeah.
Have him do a larger version.
Okay.
Is what I think.
All right.
Maybe again with the glass needs to qualify.
And that way we don't have individual plaques on each piece of furniture. So right now, the finance committee is just looking at what we think that we should put as donations for those different pieces of furniture and rooms.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. And then another draft of the full policy, including the addendum, will be brought back to the finance committee in April, and then we'll take it, bring it to the board. We're about done with what we think you know. I mean, because we're coming up with numbers, looking at other libraries and stuff on, like if you drop a book off at the outside book, it's the person, the company that donated and sponsored that is McDonald's, right? So all those areas in that sponsorship would come up with those dollar amounts.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I actually have a few library directors that want to see what we do after we're done.
Okay. It's taken a lot of thought. Becky's done a really, really good job, really thinking about each of them.
Yeah, she has.
Yes,
Comments and questions.
yes. So we have to really give kudos to Becky for really thinking about how we should do this.
Are you guys still working on there's something that you were doing that the building committee was waiting on? Some kind of budget for,
Oh, just what the line items should be for long-term,
like rainy day stuff for
right,
like.
but I thought we did, I thought we finished.
Capital improvement plan.
Yeah,
Yes, that's the word.
Yep, so we're now working on that.
Okay.
yeah, we finished our
So
plan.
you're done with that? Okay.
Yes, yes.
All right. I didn't
Yes.
remember reading that last time, so.
Yeah, so we're done with what we think needs to be in those rainy day funds, okay?
Mhm.
And then, and we did the timeframes on them,
Okay,
okay,
super.
So that's something that the building committee is gonna see? So-
yes,
Okay.
yeah,
So at the 6-month mark, actually, we'll be bringing the capital improvement plan for a review by the board, just for you all to see it. Where we're at with it and what that might look like for, like, say, what do we need to budget for next year? Is there anything we need to assign for next year? So, yeah.
Okay.
that'll be coming.
Is there no report for policy?
No, they have a report.
You do?
We do.
Okay.
So for the policy committee, the meeting was supposed to be Tuesday, the 3rd of March. We deferred the meeting to April's meeting due to scheduling conflicts and no immediately pressing updates. For the next meeting, we will be reviewing an information security policy and a social media policy, because that's the intent. Because April's reached out to the attorney for some examples of those. Our next meeting is Tuesday, April 7th. And then we'll also be looking at the naming rights policy after the finance committee concludes their review. Short and sweet.
Okay. Did you put down? You want me to read this, April, or? We did have a meeting. And we went over the plan. We identified a few areas where we might want to do some more work. I don't think we took anything out of the plan, right?
We might have revised words.
Just verbiage and such.
Yeah.
We didn't
Okay.
strike anything out. I don't believe we did.
Okay. All right, and we thought we'd have some kind of draft to just review with you guys. To get your input on any new items we may have missed or overlooked or
okay,
not been aware of. But we'll have that for the April board meeting.
okay. And we're gonna do a community feedback sessions in the
We
fall,
talked about that, yeah.
okay,
Not as a big a deal as when we did the actual planning, but just to get some feedback from have people over for muffins and talks and coffee. You see if we're on
a
track.
listening session.
Yeah.
That was a good thing.
I got a whiteboard and we able to knock down.
Okay.
All right. So old business,
Okay, village discussion, but just to give you a little heads up about what you're looking at here, so. Your decision right now is to decide if you want to discuss the memo, which as you can see is attorney-client privilege. This is basically additional background information on village issues. It's a lot of what we've already talked about, what I've already provided you. If you want to discuss it, then you need to go into closed session. And I've provided
I've got
the verbiage if you want to do that. If you do not care to discuss the memo and you just want to move ahead to discussing the resolution, that needs to be in the open meeting. So it's up to you as a group.
Does anybody have a question they want to talk about? With.
Well, can I make a suggestion? How about we start with the resolution? And if we come to a point where we need to go to a close, we go to close. If we don't,
Well,
we don't.
but this is Attorney this memo, did you read? through
Yeah,
this?
I read it all, but I'm getting this part,
Okay,
doesn't need to be enclosed, it needs to be in open. So if we start here, if we're all good with starting here, if for some reason we have to stop, then we'll need to go into closed and then go back. I'm okay with that, unless you want to go into closed right now.
I would prefer to go in close to be able to discuss this memo, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
It should only take a few minutes.
I'm good with that too.
Thank you.
All right, then I am going to make a motion. I can
You
make a
cannot.
motion? I can't make a motion. Someone needs to make a motion.
Turn it down.
Whoop, sorry, it's the very first.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to call a closed session. I move that the library board go into closed session to discuss a confidential attorney-client privilege written legal opinion. Now we need a roll call vote.
Well, you gotta get second first and I'll
I need a
second
second.
that. Okay,
Carrie, roll call.
Oh, sorry, I was trying to catch it. President Jennifer Schultz,
Yes, I don't usually vote.
No, she doesn't.
Go ahead.
Vice President Eric Shotwell. Treasurer Gwendolyn Newton,
Yes.
Secretary Carrie Francis, yes. Trustee William Lonsberg,
affirmative.
Okay,
the motion carries.
so the motion, I'm gonna say there's 4 yes votes, because I don't usually.
You don't have to,
Right.
right? Okay,
It's it's gonna be documented anyway in the minutes, right?
the motion passed, is what she's gonna tell you. The motion passed and we're now, yes.
Okay, back in open session. Do we just make a motion to approve the language? Because I saw there were places for people to sign for that too.
That signature is,
That's carried.
right.
Okay, whatever works.
So the following resolution was offered by so and seconded by so and so.
We'll need to write that down as you do it, if that's what you.
I don't do anything. I'm just the president. Someone has to make a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution included in our packet to approve library renewal ballot language proposal.
Second,
Aye.
all right, so
Here's where the discussion comes in, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So can somebody walk me through this process?
So this document is the resolution to approve the library renewal ballot language proposal that was in the addendum that was given to us by our attorney. And basically, she's laying it out. So what happens here is that it was held on and we put today's date, who was present, who was absent. The following resolution was offered by Eric. I seconded it. And then we're gonna put the yays and nays on the bottom of it. Then there's a document that will it has the date, today's date on it, and our secretary signs it. And this goes to can either go to the township or it can go to the county clerk's office. And with the language, the renewal proposal language. And then then we're officially registered to be on the ballot.
So let me ask you, think about, I have a question, but let me think for a second. So I don't know if it's in our policy. Lots, I mean, obviously, we have one trustee missing, today.
Mhm.
So,
It says here who voted and who was
Yeah,
absent.
we just have to have
no,
quorum.
no, I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Okay.
Okay, so,
All right, what are you,
oh, there's a quorum, and then there's a threshold based on certain things. Do we have, in our policy, do we have thresholds?
we just have quorum,
Pardon me?
quorum,
You have to have 4 votes, or 4 people voting.
yes.
4 people at the meeting, 3 people minimum voting. Like one of the.
You have to have 4 with
people.
3.
You have to have 4 people, but you have to have 3 people
So we
voting.
technically have 5. Here, we have 5 presidents.
We have quorum, and we're gonna get 4 votes.
And I get that.
Okay.
Just-
Yes, that's, it is in our. It is-
You know, because sometimes it takes a 2/3 vote,
No, this just.
not with us.
No, that's you.
I'm asking because I don't know.
Right, no.
And I just want to know
No, we do
No.
just, we do just quorum.
you just use whatever your form is, but
Well,
you have to have a
we
majority.
have to have a minimum of 3 voting members at a board meeting to conduct a board meeting.
That makes sense.
If we do not have 3 voting members at a board meeting, the board meeting is canceled.
But you can pay bills,
Yes, thank
and
you.
that's it.
Yeah, your housekeeping.
But you can pay
Your
bills,
activity,
yes.
your house-
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
That did need to be clarified.
No, thanks for the walkthrough. I just,
Any other discussion?
I'm good on discussion.
Okay, so on the motion that you made, Eric, and you seconded it, Gwen,
Yes,
how many yes votes do I have? All in favor?
aye.
I'm gonna abstain.
Can we,
That it passes. Oh, your motion.
okay, well, I have 8 yeas and nays, I don't have an abstain one, do we
Well-
need to make an adjustment to?
Technically a nay, but I'm just not gonna vote. But you passed it anyway. That's why I asked you.
Mhm.
You get it passes.
Okay, so we have 3 yes and 1 no.
It's actually an abstention, but you can mark it as
Mhm.
a nay because essentially it's
One,
it's not unaffirmed. Well, because it's not on the form.
right here.
No, the
No,
abstention is not
Oh,
on.
okay, cool. Okay.
right,
Okay, so motion's carried. And Carrie, you're gonna take care of filling everything in, getting the signatures,
April's gonna fill it in and I'll sign.
and you'll sign, and then it's going to the township? Okay. All right. Now, April, what's up with the draft annual report? I thought we were okay with it.
Yeah, you wanted, I think you just wanted like a picture to change. I know you wanted the
Yeah.
one picture that had some of the other people on it, so, and we wanted Idea Lab on it, so
Right,
I'm just gonna
okay.
pass it around. I didn't, I gave it to you electronically. I just-
here's last
None of the
month's.
numbers changed.
No,
It's just
I don't
the,
want to illustrate,
yeah.
so it's really just a picture on the
So here's last month's.
One, before we go on, one thing I noticed on the form that needs to be amended is it says AM on the form, it's printed in print.
I caught that.
It needs to have. Somebody needs to probably write PM on that and initial it.
Thank you.
I don't know if we need to have a
Yeah.
discussion on that. Just want to make
What
sure.
did I miss?
The first line says at blank
Yeah.
AM.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, it should, yeah.
It should have been PM, yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think we have a dispute on that, do we?
No,
Okay.
no.
More than 8,
Yes.
12 hours away from us.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. Okay, so the new report going around for everybody to look at, we're done with the issue.
Yeah.
Yes,
So don't do.
so new business, we've got update to 1B.
well, I want to say something. I'll be honest.
That was last week, last month.
I'm sorry. I'm not crazy about this being in the summer. It's
Okay.
only because this looks so busy lately.
You want us to find another Idea Lab photo?
Or you could flip them, so it's,
Let me
Yeah.
get one.
but let's pass it around, let people,
Yeah,
other
see.
people know what they think. I just thought it looked really, really busy. So this was what was proposed before, and this is the second one. And, so people can get their input.
Let's look.
Yeah, yeah, that was my only point. Okay, so this was February, this is March.
I wondered why I didn't see that. I was looking for it for
Okay.
a while. Does it go?
You don't like the,
I don't know, I don't like the soundboards.
soundboard being
No,
there?
I don't like the sound, it looks.
You mean underneath this? Is
Yes,
that what you're-
right.
exactly. And I thought even if it was flipped around,
Just profit share.
but even if it was flipped from the, you know, the summer party,
Okay,
you know, I don't, but I just, it was too much teal together.
okay.
I mean, and then it was sort of silky,
So
but
either crop the photo or change the order. Here you go, Eric.
Are you good with it after that, but you don't need to see it again?
No.
Yeah, I agree with
No,
you.
yeah, okay.
because I went, oh, what is this? It took me a while to, I mean, honestly, it looked like a factory.
Like what?
A factory. Like, why are we showing a factory in front of our?
Okay, we're gonna talk about holidays.
Yeah, so every year, as you know, you designate one floating holiday closure each year, and this was originally based on the fact that we took President's Day off, it became a floating holiday. Management team got together and kind of reviewed the calendar for 2027 to see what would make the most sense. And we're looking at, for 2027, Saturday, January 2nd, seems to make the most sense.
When was this?
Oh,
year?
is that a Saturday?
Or
Pardon?
this year's
When was this year?
Saturday, July 5th.
And we're keeping Martin Luther King Day.
Yes.
Can I ask? What am I looking at the difference?
Right.
Yeah.
Is the newest,
Okay,
okay?
when you took all of us off the picture, off the front, I think a few people wanted that.
Correct.
That will.
Okay, so. So
Yeah,
that one makes the most sense to have
Gives you a
January.
long weekend there.
It's staffing, staffing issues and just that seems to be the best.
Okay. Do I have someone make a motion?
Yeah, because that's yeah, why would we be open on a Saturday? Right? Because you're gonna be closed 31st, yeah.
You know, be closed 2 days and then you go reopen for 1 day and then be closed again.
Right. And then, okay, and then. So then there's 3 days too for or actually, then people have 4 days off for Thanksgiving and 4 days off for Christmas, right?
Including a closed, or, because we're closed Sunday.
Right, that's what I mean.
Right.
Yeah, so people actually have some time off,
Okay.
which I think is important.
I agree.
I'll make a motion to accept the administrative policy amendment for 2027, designating July 2nd or January 2nd, sorry, January 2nd as the floating holiday.
I will second.
Okay, all in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
4 yes votes. Alright. Parking lot sale coding.
Okay, so building committee, I don't know if anyone from the building committee wants to touch upon this, but, you'll see 3 building proposals, for your review, all of them include the new suggested crosswalk.
Can we,
stop
can
sign.
2027? I'm sorry. I'm still looking at. For holidays, can you look at your calendar, because I might be wrong, but we have Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and Saturday. But December 2027, is that what we're looking?
Oh, January.
No, I'm looking at the very end.
Christmas and New Year's are the same day of the week.
Okay, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and Saturday. That Saturday is Christmas Day.
Are you looking at December of 2026? Or
7.
December of 20? You shouldn't look at December of 2027 because you should look at December of 2026. Because that's 2027 is on Friday the 1st, that becomes 2027, and then there's your 2nd, which is Saturday.
Right.
Is that what you're looking at?
No, I'm looking at this list of holidays. Starts with New Year's Eve and it goes through Christmas Eve. Goes through Christmas, right?
Mhm.
All right, well, maybe I'm looking at my calendar wrong, but December 2027. I might be wrong. Christmas is on a Saturday.
but we're not in 2027, Chris.
But this is the 2027
No,
holiday.
it's 2027, 2026 addendum.
This is for, we already have 2026.
Yeah.
Stated in the policy as is. I can tell you what that is in just a second.
Yeah, but this is for 2026.
This is for 2027.
This one here?
Okay, my point
Yes.
is Christmas is Saturday
Yeah.
in 2027.
So
And you
just
have
take
here
out and
Christmas
Saturday.
Eve, Christmas Day and Saturday.
You're not looking at 2027 for that, not for the floating holiday. You're.
No, I'm not talking about the floating holiday. The White Lake Township Library, the library designates that
Just
one.
take out the words and Saturday
Yes.
after Christmas Day.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
2027. Now I understand what you're saying.
So this isn't 2027's full calendar.
All you would need to do is just, we will remove and Saturday.
From the
Because
last
that was for
one.
2026.
Okay, because I'm like, okay. So, and that, and now I'm gonna go to my next point on that. Does that mean you're losing a holiday? But you're not, are you? Okay,
No,
I'm just
'cause-
checking.
That was the floating.
So,
Oh, that was thank you. Okay,
Yes.
it just didn't,
Yes.
it didn't make sense to me.
Yes.
Thank you. So, and Saturday has to be removed.
Yes.
Thank you.
Although technically Christmas Day and Saturday.
now you got me all those. I mean, we started out, this list has New Year's Eve on it first,
For 2027.
but that's in 2026. Is
You
it
can
not?
put-
Or is it just not in the right order?
We could put New Year's Eve at the bottom.
Okay, so that, there you go. I'm good.
That's-
Now that it's in the wrong order,
Yes, it is.
now I'm okay.
Yes, it should
Okay.
be at the bottom.
This is like an argument.
Chronological.
I'm sorry, it just wasn't,
I'm 62 years old, chronological
the
work,
dates were not adding.
always working.
I always argue with my wife about what the first day of the week is. Is it Monday or is it Sunday? I contend it's Monday.
Depends.
Yeah, all depends. You know,
That's why they call it a weekend.
well, on the seventh day, right, rest,
That's right.
there you go.
Yes.
But in business world, it's the second day of the week.
So basically, the least expensive bid was also the person who did it last year. And we confirmed that everybody's putting in the money for striping the crosswalk at the stop sign, which it wasn't done last time. And so the building committee is recommending that we go with Ron the A&R, who we used the first time, who did a good job the first time, and because A, they're cheaper and B, they would exceed.
And we already have a relationship
Okay,
and building, keeping those relationships hopefully keeps price down over time.
So. Did someone make a motion to okay that?
I'll do it.
Okay.
So I move that we accept the A&R seal coating quote for the upcoming seal coat for a total, I believe, check me if I'm wrong here, but it's going to be,
No, 9,
pardon
or
me,
10-8, I'm looking at the,
at $10,800.
Second.
on favor,
Aye.
aye.
okay, 4 yes votes. All right, and then right next to it, you've got the window tinting quotes. Are those 2 samples from the first guy?
I do have samples, obviously it's not very sunny already.
Okay,
But if you want to take a look at them, you're welcome to. Or you can stop in. and see.
I'll look at them.
So, basically, the building committee, asked us to look at, window tinting, specifically for, and you'll see on the window, Jamie, we accidentally called the garage the art room, what is the garage? The adult staff, the gathering place here, the children's office, and Emily's office. So you're looking at basically this whole side over here, as well as on the opposite side of the building, you have the adult staff area. So those are the windows that they were looking at. What can I tell you about this? So basically, what we were looking to do was to get the heat down. And get that. And free.
Who is the bid that also does window washing,
That is
because there's a
window
film, that's what I thought, and there's a film, there's a special way to wash the film, so you don't affect it. And that's why I liked window cleaning,
Okay.
because
So
we didn't have to worry about that.
in regards to this, you do not need to, make a decision, obviously, on the tint, anything like that. It's really just looking at the overall quotes, for both companies. Both companies, when I met with them, were very professional. I will give you some information that I learned recently. Window Genie, actually called, and if we can, both are very motivated. They said that if we can get it approved, and let them know, they're willing to give us a discount, if we book with them before we.
Oh, okay,
So that would bring the cost down.
there's only like $50 difference, or there's not much difference, right? They're both in the
1,500.
1,500,
Well, if you
they're
look-
looking at the wrong one.
It looks to me like there's a $1,500 difference.
So Window Genie gives you basically one price. Performance 10 is giving you three different solutions. Their
Oh, okay.
lowest solution, is 10,056. The highest solution of their three is 17,760.
What's the difference? What are you getting between the two of their quotes? You know, what's $7,000 more? I'm sorry,
That's-
three quotes.
That's the
That's right.
question. When I look at,
Well, it's under the benefits, one of them is like,
Well, it's hard to
It's
read
less
what they're
opaque.
offering.
it's usually,
Pretty hard to read though.
one
Yeah.
of them is that it's more opaque during the daytime from the
Well-
outside, so you can't see inside as much. That was one of the differences
right,
in the different costs
these
with
little.
the second company.
Yes, and these little mini versions that are here are expanded. I printed the bigger ones for you. So the things that are small, as you see those little
Oh.
XL.
Thank you. I thought it was a different
Yeah.
company.
Those are.
I actually thought that was a different company.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Okay,
So the
thank you.
larger versions, because I thought you wanted to see.
Yeah, because I'm like, what's the
What each
difference
one
here?
is.
Right?
We are dual paying, so just so you know, Performance 10 did recommend they are recommending the evening view 25.
Which is the more expensive.
The middle,
Oh, the middle
that's the
one?
lowest one.
Actually, that is the lowest.
And that's the one they're recommending?
They recommend that one. When I talked to the guy, I really didn't care for the evening view 25. I wanted a little bit more of a tint, but that means it's a little bit more expensive. Whereas Window Genie, it didn't matter the tint, it was one cost.
And how many options did we get from Window Genie?
Window Genie, we got three options,
And you got three options from,
right?
Yeah.
They're slightly similar.
I just had AI take a look at the comparison, just to see what stood out as a comparison. Performance tint includes doors. Window Genie does not.
Yeah, that is, although Window Genie is giving you the discount, the door will be about 320 extra. So you'd be looking more at like 9,300, although with the discount, you're still gonna be lower than. Even with the doors, you're gonna be.
Anything else, Eric?
and they're both offering a discount?
AI tells me that Window
Just
Genie
Window.
is more reflective. The
Okay.
other they use is more reflective, less invisible than the ones from Performance Tint.
Hmm.
Performance Tint does say the closest apples to apples is the option one, which is the lower cost. It is still reflective, similar to Genie, but slightly less reflective.
From the outside.
Correct. So it says if you compare the two, based upon those two apples to apples, number wise, and it's pulling this from a separate source. Heat rejection, Window Genie is about 55%, Expel is about 61%.
What did you just say, you fellas?
55 to 61. Like Window Genie is 55, Expel is 61.
So actually a little bit more heat.
Slightly more heat rejection. Slightly more glare reduction, 64 to 69% for Expel. UV block is the same. Appearance are both reflective, they're both very comparable.
Is this for every window? Even the foyer and the.
No, this one is in here around the edge of this building, and the adult staff on that side. These are the problems.
They're all spelled out.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, art room,
So-
adult staff,
So our-
Basking Place,
Yeah.
children's office and Emily's office. Okay.
So the
Okay.
biggest difference between the two, if you're looking at apples to apples, is if you went with the higher level on Expel, because you wanted less reflectivity. You didn't want it to look as reflective from the outside.
Well, how much difference is it gonna look on the outside when you're looking at like these windows? And then you end up looking at windows that are by them and they're not the same and they don't look the same. How much difference are we looking at? Are there windows that we're gonna see that aren't tinted and windows next, are we gonna be able to see windows from outside that are tinted and not tinted at the same time?
On this side, the only window that would not be done is the supply room, and it's a thin rectangle like this over there. That would be the only one that may look different, and it depends on the tint that you choose. If you don't choose a tint that's like looking at, like something like this, that's, like you can kind of see from there, that's a very high, they don't recommend that. They don't recommend
Okay.
that you look like you have mirrors.
Okay, right.
Be more like a lakefront home.
Okay.
Uh,
We don't have
so-
any birds hitting the
Well,
window.
I'm sure,
frames.
I'm sure.
Seriously.
Get that all the time.
They build on ledges.
Yeah.
They'll build it on a ledge. And
Do that little.
Pitches love ledges.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Um,
you can see this is a little better.
so Eric, did you run that through some AI?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't catch that.
No.
If you mentioned it, I was
No, I ran-
wondering where you were.
Yeah, no, I
I
ran.
know you didn't do it all just to.
No. Not that sharp.
So what is building?
So how did you do the genie one against this one if you don't know what tint we picked for genie? Because genie, the three different tints.
It
Same price.
shows a range. The lowest price tint is comparable to the window genie one. But they expel the lowest price for, what is it, not expel?
Or maybe I'm not understanding something. So from window genie, they don't care which tint you pick.
Right.
It's the same price. Okay, so did you compare out of the three different? tints?
No, I just compared the one price that window genie gave us.
Okay, so you compared window genie, not knowing
Yeah.
the actual,
Correct.
Is that the middle?
Right,
the Clear.
correct,
right.
You have to-
Where did you come up with the 55%?
it's based on the lowest level.
Lowest level tint.
Yeah.
Oh, I see, okay, okay. Which we can take the highest level tint,
We could.
but we get the higher level tint, we go with more reflective.
The more reflective, the more heat
Um,
barrier you get. Right.
Yeah.
That's the most expensive.
So,
So we could have a slightly better one than what the lowest level is if we went with the darker one.
That means you're looking out the window.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, if you turn it.
So this is the most expensive one.
It's the middle.
This is the middle one.
so believe it or not, you can actually still see it, even though it's dark outside. Because it'll either look so dark or
Really
darker,
opaque, right.
or even darker by looking outside on it.
So,
So, I originally, I recommended just because, I found these people,
Well,
Window Genie, just for a quote. And, I'm surprised though. So he's calling out the decorative window tint versus because I was surprised that that's the film that he's recommending. He had different types of film.
Which one, window genie?
Yeah, and one of the categories was decorative. Did he offer you different types?
He just talked about sunshine with me and he gave me the three different, showed me the three different, which were very similar to performance tests. You have the 25, you have 35, 25, and 15.
And no difference in price.
So- how do out of those, the O's compared to those? You know what I'm saying? What number is that one?
So the 15. Is 25. So. You won't see 15 in here because they don't recommend that one. You're gonna see the
Okay,
35
so-
and the 25.
Then I don't want to look at the 15.
Okay, what do you mean by that? We're talking about Window Genie, right? Yeah.
He's showing you two options, 35 film and 25 film.
So if you look at it from like what I was looking at, if you look at 35, that's comparable to the lower level of the. Was it
So
exposed?
his medium of the road is comparable to the low end of the other company.
And his high end is comparable to the low end of the medium one. Yeah, they're in between. So if you look like,
So-
here's the 35, here's the 25, and then it spell sits about here.
The
Okay.
25 on Window Genie, Suntech 25, which is going around right now. That is gonna reflect more heat.
Right.
Than their 35 then.
And this is the 35.
And that's what you're wanting to do.
So another, I want to ask, so it's not like you're not gonna use those shades.
Oh, no, yeah.
Right, so you also, you're gonna have the heat reflected away because now the shades create a insulation barrier. So that, that's sub temperature between outside temperature here.
So it should improve the traffic.
So it's, yeah, either way, it's gonna be an improvement, a huge.
Definitely for like, it's a huge issue for, like Emily's office. She's had to put up her own temporary stuff just to. Keep the light so it's not right in the face. And it's affecting the garage and then it's affecting the build staff, so.
I bet July and August just,
So you do, so to keep it from being hot in,
Right. because it's very warm.
they're closing the blinds all the time.
Blinds closed, we have, it's like called Arctic, it's a blower that you can put water in that blows, cold air, so that's pretty cool.
They do not have the white back, white out, they just have the shade
Mm,
and all those things.
okay.
Does someone want to make a motion?
are you crunching the numbers?
I am catching the numbers.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm comparing the SIDS 25, which is the higher level of the Window Genie, to the lowest level of the Expel.
I thought they had 35, Eric.
There is a 35. That one is the cheaper version.
The
Oh.
25, 35, those numbers are coming from how much light it's letting in. So the
Okay.
lower the number, the better their coverage.
Right.
Okay,
Okay, the bigger difference we're gonna see in the heat retention.
Yeah, so if you compare apples to apples between the Suntech 25 and the Expel Evening View 25, they're comparable.
Mhm.
Very comparable. The
For
biggest,
a substantial reduction in,
yes,
the only difference is the reflective look outside.
and it says that the difference between glare reduction is 64% versus 69%.
Okay,
So
so you're not gonna see 8% in your
No,
eyes.
no.
It's not gonna happen.
okay, building committee, tell us what you recommend.
I recommend that we go with Pro Genie with the 25. That's my recommendation.
Now, just so you know, when I talked to Brad, it is Brad, right? Okay. He mentioned that they do interior cleaning of the windows on a maintenance schedule.
And that is what Jen was saying, they know how to clean this.
Well, it's like, so I can tell you just of a horror story. I painted the interior of somebody's bedroom one time and nobody told me that the windows were tinted. So my painter was a little sloppy and then a little reckless with his razor blade, and he didn't remove the film, he just scratched it.
Mhm.
Now, it was a friend of mine, so we got away with, a big ooh-ooh, but you need to know, you can't just clean it. But more importantly, they offer exterior cleaning services.
Okay,
So as a thought, if we're this whole, we like to have one company do a whole lot of things and the price can stay stable. It's a thought, I'm just putting it on.
inside and outside of our windows now.
That's Roadrunner's doing it, or do we have a separate person?
We have
We have an exterior person that does it
window
with the
washers,
suite. Yeah,
they're called the window washers, they're in White Lake.
yeah.
They do in and out.
They do our house.
So they do the whole building once a year,
Okay.
but mainly they're doing the front vestibule, staff area.
What's wrong? Vestibule's not getting blinding, but staff area is.
The staff area.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
Right, adult staff are.
Well, I would just
You crunched the dollar.
emphasize, no,
We don't know the
let's make sure
discount.
that
No, don't know the discount.
the window washers
So
understand.
it's just cheaper straight up.
It's cheaper straight up, but a discount if we sign early.
I don't look at their business.
What was the difference?
Maybe
I
not.
don't remember what the difference
Yeah,
was.
they don't
Discount.
I was having a hard time finding the price of things.
do differently.
I can tell you.
And if they say nothing, then we're like.
Okay.
$10 versus 9 plus a discount plus the 3 doors. The 2 doors are 300, 150 each door. Right, 300. Okay. Okay. So you add 3 into that, so 9,300. So you're looking at $1,300 difference, less a discount.
Hang on one second, I'm gonna tell you what-
1620, 10,656 minus,
Like 1,300 plus.
Yeah.
These contractors.
so it'd be 1,500, Expel would be 15% higher cost or basically the same performance. It said though it does cover doors, so you get a couple $100
Right,
for doors that
Yeah,
it.
she just said it's $300 for both those doors.
Okay.
That we'd have to add it in, so they could
Yeah,
say
so
9,335.
1,316. 1,316 is the difference.
But, yeah, which is still substantial.
Yeah.
Plus the discount, what would that take us down?
I believe he said it took us down to around 8,000 something.
So he's gonna basically drop $1,300. So can you do
He's gonna
quick
do that
math?
for
What is
free.
that?
10%.
Probably close to 15,
So 930
probably close to 15. So. Right,
difference.
Yeah, so you're looking at 8,000-ish.
no brainer,
Seems like it's.
especially,
Last for about 10 years and lifetime on film.
we didn't even discuss that. So 10-year warranty on the film?
It's about 10, it lasts for about solidly for about 10.
What's the
years.
warranty? On the,
Yeah, good question.
I just, that,
The difference between how it lasts and what the warranty is.
right.
Those are
Yeah,
good.
that's my quick email.
Well, what is the warranty on it?
Does it say?
On both of them?
Mine just.
well, you have an 18-month on the installation. That's by law,
Okay, but
Okay.
what's that?
18 months. But then, so the material, lifetime on the
I
material,
know. Let me take.
we will get to, if you were to install, we'll get 2 hot heat seasons before the 18 months,
Right.
Mhm.
right? Yep. Which is a good test. If it's gonna fail, it's gonna fail in that first year, but give it.
Vision films are backed by a comprehensive warranty. They weren't clear on. What?
So your personal, because you met with both of them, I only talked to one. I don't know, what's your just thoughts? Window Genie?
Okay.
Do we need to discuss it anymore?
No.
And that's where my information on warranty comes from, is window Genie. 10 years lifetime.
So we're gonna approve a number that's higher than what we're gonna pay. Because we don't have a solid number. Right?
Right.
Everybody understands
Right,
that?
we'll do a
Ex-
not to exceeds.
Not to, correct, right, I agree,
Minus discount.
right. And we assume it's, I mean, I'm gonna guess by the numbers, if you're saying around 8,000, it'll be over it'll be a 15% discount.
I think if you approved it as is with the 9,000, that would be a safe bet, even though it's gonna be less. If you said not.
Well, we're gonna approve 93.35, whatever, we're gonna throw the $300 in for the doors.
Well, how about just saying $9,500?
How much, not to exceed?
Say 10.
That's what I was thinking. Why don't we just say not to exceed $10,000?
Okay. I'm
Sorry.
In case we
I'm
end
all
up
right.
doing that one.
Right.
I'm good with that, you guys are good with that?
So, I'm gonna make a motion that, to approve, the installation of the window tint film by Window
Genie.
Genie. Not to exceed a price of $10,000
With the 2510.
with the 25 tint.
I second.
Okay, William. All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Okay, we have votes. And then when, did you have further discussion?
I really don't.
Or-
I don't. We're gonna, I discussed it already. We're gonna,
Yes.
we're gonna try to just actually, review it again in the finance committee, make sure that we're on the same track, and then we'll bring it back to the next meeting to vote on what we're gonna do with it. Okay.
Okay, so who wants to do the adjourning at 8:18?
Motion to adjourn.
Is it
Second.
18 or 17? I can't. Oh, it's there
18.
18. 8:18. I'm sorry, who made it?
I did.
Eric?
I'll say,
Carrie seconded.
somebody did?
Yeah.
Carrie seconded.
All in favor?
Aye,
All right.
All righty, it's done.
done, done, done.